Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Mind Body Soul Evolution. I have two cameras going. I have my laptop and my phone camera. So today is actually going to be a little different. It's going to be a reading for me. So if you saw I was live on Instagram this morning talking about a couple things that happened this past week and what this has to do with the energies around us now and these transformational time in these next 4 to 5 weeks. So for Tuesday, I had a near collision on the highway. A car just cut right off in front of me. I missed them literally by inches. And they looked at me like, what are you doing in my way? But they were in the wrong. They were, sorry, the cats are fighting. They were in a lane and I was in my lane. And we were here and they just like this, right? In the lane next to them, in the far left lane, was a police officer. And I'm slamming on my horn. I slammed on my brakes. And this is life. And I'm trying to get the officer to come over because this woman cut me off. I wanted him to go talk. And he just kind of waved. I'm not trying to make friends with you. I need you to do something. And I got frustrated because he just took off okay, oh yeah, I'll see it. See you later. And then that was Tuesday. Thursday, 4 times my vehicle cut off on me while I was driving. It just shut down. The whole thing, the whole system shut down. And each time I was able to get it restarted. But it's a little scary, right? Because I could have been involved in a really bad accident because it shut off and I only had a couple seconds to get it off to the side of the road. So why am I telling you all this and why am I pulling cards for myself? I'm pulling cards because I want to know what direction or what guidance the universe is giving me. But we are all met with change, right? If there's something in our life that we are ready to change or transform. And somebody said to me, when you feel restricted, you generally feel restriction just before a major expansion. So what is the restriction? The restriction is if everything, things coming at me, not feeling safe. I didn't feel safe in the moment when I almost had that accident. I did not feel safe with my vehicle cutting off. And I feel restricted financially because I do have the funds to get another vehicle, but I don't want, I'm resisting putting that money out. So, and this is just something for me to look at, but everyone is probably having their own form of transition or transformation at this time in some form or fashion, whether it's finances or relationships or you're having trouble at work and you keep having an issue with somebody there. So this is an invitation for me to decide, if I want to receive, because I don't make any money from Instagram or from YouTube. I just put this stuff out there, right? But this is because it's the stuff I love to do. So this is not a financial thing for me, not a financial gain. But if I want to be able to receive it and up level my finances, I have to check in with because it's my nervous system that was fired up in these instances, right? I was frustrated. I was angry. At one point I was crying, just like everybody else. So I have to check in with my nervous system and say, can I get my nervous system into a place where I'm ready to up level, where I'm okay with yeah, it's time to get a new car. I know that I can manifest whatever funds and money that I need. Or am I going to stay in the space or go to the space of lack and limitation and fear? So this is what I'm being called to look at. Now, it took a while to get here, and I didn't get here all by myself. I am fortunate enough to know that if the path that I'm on, I have to align myself with others who are on the same path, who have information. And it just so happened that there was somebody on Instagram talking about this same thing. So I reached out and I said, this is what has happened. And I also went into my natal chart. That's the cats running around. They're hitting everything. Finances and money are in your second house. In my second house is Chiron, the wounded healer. And so now I'm being asked to look at these old wounds to heal them in order to break free of resistance and fear, to re-regulate my central nervous system so I can be in that flow of abundance. So in order for me, for anyone, right, to receive in, we can't hold on to everything so tight. We have to let the flow out. We have to be okay with releasing in order to receive in. And we know that this month, the next 4 or 5 weeks, we have the 2 retrogrades, 2 eclipses. We have the equinox. We have, we're ending, the zodiac calendar in Pisces, going into the new zodiac year of Aries on March 20th. There's a lot happening. So it's not just me. We can see it globally. So I'm going to do my own reading. And my light just shut off. I'm going to do a reading for me. And I just invite you, if you have questions or comments about the cards or about my interpretation, put them in there. I'd like to get your take on all of this. So the questions we need to ask are, what is the universe guiding us to? What is it that we need to look at? What are we healing? And what are our steps? So let me put this aside. And I'm going to start off with Spirits and Shadows deck. This is kind of a deck that I use when I'm working with people and with myself for shadow work. So I may have to look up some of these cards because there is no book for this. You have to download the book. So we'll see. So what is it that the universe is showing me here? What do I need to take a look at? Or what needs my focus and attention? What needs healing at this point? And I'm sorry, the cats are fighting. This is the 3rd time I'm recording this video. I don't want to start it all over again. But maybe that's my resistance. Reversal. So this is very interesting. Let me see if there's anything else wants to pop out. And I'll show you the cards. And I'm going to have to probably... I can go in and read the meaning of this card. So this is fine. I'm going to see if there's anything else. Okay. So reversal. Here's the card. Reversal. So let me just go in here and read what this says. What is this deck again? Spirits and Shadows. I have it on here. I think I have it on here. And if I don't, I guess I'm going to have to... Here it is. So reversal. I want to just find out what the meaning of this card is. And again, I don't know all the cards. Here it is. Reversal. Keywords. Keywords are perspective, opposite, appearance. Reversal suggests the opposite of what you see before you. It is a conscious shift in how we view something. This is spot on, right? Things are not always as they appear at first glance. Reverse your current mindset or mood to see a situation from a different angle. Be open-minded to different perspectives. So if this is talking about like putting money out and not having that money right in my bank account, or having to have an additional payment or whatever it is, instead of looking at it as, oh gosh, I know I have to put this money out, I'm not going to have it anymore. Maybe the vehicle that's waiting for me, if I have to get a new vehicle, is something that's going to make me feel better. Maybe it's something that's going to up level me in some way. So I want to pull out a card. We have a couple decks here. And this is the Moon Witch deck. This is a gift from my daughter, Canella. So, reversal. This is the thing with tarot. It is spot on. It is always on target, right? There's no coincidences about the cards that come out. You ask the question, what do I need to know? And take a different perspective on the thing. It's not about losing money, but what do I gain? And what is this saying about me? Or how do I feel about myself? And, if I wasn't feeling safe in those two instances, between the near accident and then the car shutting down, maybe it wasn't about not feeling safe. Maybe it was I need to take more control of my safety. Okay. The Moon Witch. True north, stay true to yourself. So being true to yourself would not be sitting in that mentality of lack, right? It would be, if I'm on the spiritual path, which I am, and if I believe in the energies of the universe, which I do, and I always believe that there is something behind everything and that the universe is always conspiring in my favor, then I have to stay true to that. Even if something happens that makes me feel like the universe is messing up or that the universe is not listening. It's maybe that I'm the one who's not listening. Is it making any sense? I'm going to pull some tarot, and then I will pull a card from the Keepers of the Light. And I do have the Divine Abundance deck. But I want to pull some tarot cards now. And I love the fact that both of these cards are kind of shadowy cards, right? And this card has the snake, and this is the year of the snake. So this is, looking deeper into that. And there's also a compass. So shedding off the old layers, right? Snakes, they shed off the old layers. So removing the layers from the past that have kept me in fear from putting too much money out, or maybe I'm holding on too tight, releasing that so I can actually move forward to have my life aligned with more of who I'm meant to be, with the compass and the snake, and of course the stars and the crescent moons. So, and the laurel, I think that's laurel, the laurel leaves on there. And the reversal. It almost looks like a mountain or a rock, but it looks like it's in the shape of a cat face or something, and there are 3 trees coming out of it. Now, 3 is my number. This is an Om symbol, and it is the number 3. The symbols around it. So this can also indicate like grounding. Right? Rocks are from the earth. Trees are very grounding, right? Whenever we get upset, it's a really good idea to go out and hug a tree and get in tune with nature. So this could also be, saying, make sure to get back in tune with the nature, the true nature of yourself. Because then this card comes up and says, stay true to yourself. So let's see what the tarot holds. And I'm sorry, my cats are they're going crazy today. Just since I got on here, right? They were nice and calm before all of this. But it is what it is. So this is just kind of a Saturday here. I worked this morning. I did all my errands, all the stuff. So now I was on my Instagram. I was live in my daughter's car because, she didn't let me borrow her car. And so I thought I decided to share my experiences, and I did say I would come on and pull cards for myself. So you can see, so what is the guidance here, right? Or what am I being led? What is the information here that is leading me? First card is the 9 of Wands. Maybe I've been working very hard and resisting. Maybe I've been working very hard and not seeing myself for who I am. And let's see what else comes up. Queen of Cups. Okay. Queen of Cups. So taking my place, making sure, so staying true to yourself. And right under that is the Queen of Cups. And she is about love, compassion, but your inner guidance, your inner compass, right? Your intuition. And there is a compass on this card right here, right? And your intuition, cups is associated in the tarot with your water signs. And they are all about intuition and that inner knowing. So it's really, really interesting that this card came out underneath of that card. Finding that inner compass and trusting into that. Next card is Four of Wands. Knight of Cups. Let me see what else comes out, if anything else wants to pop out. So this is what I do, but I had to get myself a little calmed down. You know, it's been a busy week. It's been a whole week of just a lot of energy, right? So I had to get myself into the space where I was ready to pull these cards out. Okay, we'll end here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. 2 are major arcana, and we have on the bottom death and rebirth, right? And this is very ominous with the cloak, with the hood, the cloak. And there's trees and reversal, like see. So rebirthing, right, is something different or the opposite of what is now. Going through a rebirthing, which means you're not staying the same. You're changing and moving forward. So let's break this down. So 9 of Wands. This has been a lot of work. And a lot of work that seems to have gotten you nowhere. So maybe I've been working on things from one perspective, and I need to change that perspective, feeding into my intuition and my inner guidance in order to get the result that I am looking for, which is 4 of Wands, right? Which is more of a celebratory. And this is also an indication of a new home. Now, I don't know that I'm moving this year. This also could be my car, right? But something new, and being able just to live in the void of energy and passion and celebration. And so realizing that maybe the work we're doing, if we take the reversal stance and we look at things from an opposite perspective, maybe the way I've been working has to change. Maybe I need to readjust my inner compass. Although I'm pretty good at following my intuition, but sometimes even me, I can get stuck because there's a lot more waiting for me out there. And we have the Knight of Cups and Temperance. Temperance is associated with the sign of Sagittarius. I am a Sagittarius. I am a triple Sag. Help the people around me. Knight of Cups. Right, so this could be new romance. This could be, because we also have the Page of Cups too. So this could be new romance, right? Or it could be learning new things about my inner guidance, about my intuition, about being a little more patient with the process, especially since Temperance is here, and Temperance is about balance. So this is more an inner reflection for me to do, because then we have like the Two of Swords, and this is probably going to be coming along. This is probably going to show itself. Maybe not during the full moon lunar eclipse, but around the solar eclipse towards the end of the month, right? Getting confused, right? Because I've done things this way and I've leaned into my intuition this way. So maybe there's going to be new pathways to guide me to that intuition, right? Because there are 3 different trees here. Maybe there's a new pathway opening up. Again, that compass might start to point me in a different direction. And there might be a moment where I sit there and go like, wait a minute, I'm not quite sure which way to go. And if I decide to say I'm not going to be doing the same thing the same way I've been doing it, then what happens? The Wheel of Fortune, this is a turning point. Then the cycle starts to shift forward. This time I get to turn the wheel in my favor. I get to turn the wheel the direction that I am being guided, that I know I want to go in. And in doing so, 9 of Pentacles, right? Abundance is there. But I have to do the work. I have to take the moments and realize where I've been working, that it hasn't been working for me, or that it's been stale or stagnant. And this is not the first time this message has come up for me, by the way. So leaning into my intuition, finding a new way to lean into it, because there's more than just one way to find your intuition. A lot of it is through, I do a lot of it through yoga and meditation, and that may continue, but maybe I will start going and taking some classes for myself, or going into my kids for my birthday. We went to a place and it was a sound bath. So leaning more in to those modalities. Balancing, right? Getting really grounded. Because nights are associated with the element of earth. And cups are associated with the element of water. So really getting grounded in my intuition. And what do I feel is right for me? And our pages, right? They are the messengers. This is a new lesson coming in for me. So this is really exciting. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles. And everything is leading to me feeling abundant and free and open, and turning the wheel in the way I want it to turn in my favor. But I have to go and recognize where I'm holding myself back, where I'm putting my energy, where it's not serving me. Pretty interesting. Let's pull a card from Keepers of the Light Oracle. This is by Kyle Gray. And I love the back of the cards. So let's see what this deck holds. So I'm just sharing my reading for myself with all of you. And if you have comments or ideas or a different interpretation, put them in there. I'd love to see how this reading falls for you. What is it what is your takeaway? If this was your reading, and for some of you, this will resonate with you. What is your takeaway on this? Or what is your perspective? Or what feelings or sensations are you getting? And no, I did not forget that the card on the bottom of the deck was Death and Rebirth. Again, that is the same thing with the snake shedding its skin. A lot of stuff happening. Might still be some frustrating moments, right? But it's all there, like to move me to the next phase, or to the next point, or where I say I want to go. And for you as well, right? Change is not, big change especially, is not comfortable. It is not, but it's okay. So let's see. Keepers of the Light. What message do you have for me regarding going through this shift, change, rebirth process? And the cats are all settled down now. Notice that? They're both sitting here on the floor, all happy. And the card I have is Horus, Cosmic Gateway. And it says on here, your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Changes. death and rebirth, right? Reversal. See things from a different perspective. Trust yourself, or stay true to yourself. Let me see what else it says about Horus. And if you want a reading for yourself, if you're going through something and it feels a little overwhelming, because I was upset. I was in the car crying with my daughter yesterday. Just saying, like, I can't do this. I can't. And then, today was like, oh, wait a minute. You know what? Why am I resisting this? But again, I align myself with people online. And then I just kind of trust their messages because I feel aligned to them. And the message came through exactly when I needed to hear it. So Horus, let me see. You are connected to the universe and have the ability to manifest miraculous experiences. Your thoughts, words, and actions are like magnets, drawing the energy that creates and cultivates your world. You have a stellar gateway chakra above your head, and that's the crown chakra. A vortex of energy that is influenced by your own energy. You can place ideas into this vortex to create what you are seeking in a different way, right? To lean into my intuition. How about that? The universe also offers you guidance, abundance, support, and healing based on your capacity to connect to it and accept it. You have a real opportunity to further that connection now by sending prayers and intentions out into the cosmos, changing the way that I pray. It all lines up. So I just thought I would share this with all of you because I said I would. And if this makes sense to you, if it doesn't, what if it doesn't make sense to you? Yeah, I want to know that too. Those of you who read cards, what is your take on all of this? I'd love to hear your thoughts and your responses to this, right? And again, if you would like a reading from me, now of course, if you have a reading from me, we would break all of this stuff down, right? It would not, I'm just going pretty quick here. We would break all of this stuff down and take deeper dives into certain cards and give you a plan to move forward. So, but that's it, everyone. I thank you so much for engaging and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And remember, trust yourself, right? Trust, stay true to yourself, stay true north, follow your inner compass. Until next time, sending you light and love, and I'll see you soon.